A large part of how we plan our marketing strategies involves taking into account predicted change to come. How well your practice capitalizes on marketing trends can make or break it. So keep an eye on the upcoming change. It's essential to get ahead of your competition. Hi there, it's Huyền Trương here and welcome to OMD TV and Podcast Show, the place to be to grow and scale your practice. Today, I'm gonna talk about the 5 medical marketing changes that you can't ignore. As we look forward to a post-COVID year in marketing, I know the competition will be fierce as there's so many consumer behavior changes over the past 2 years, and also with the upcoming strong comeback of medical tourism. Whether you are looking for ways to refresh your existing strategy or on the hunt for entirely new ways to reach your audience, these following changes might impact your marketing return in a big way. So let's get on to this. Change number 1. Privacy rules will increase advertising costs by 30 to 80%. Privacy issues are killing your plan for attracting new patients to your practice. So much is happening behind the scenes with Apple, Google, and Facebook trying to dominate consumer data capture. So they are no longer sharing data with advertisers like us like before. But to be fair, they have also been sued millions of dollars by the government for sharing data. So the new game is who can collect and hide the most data from the others. Actually, Apple is positioning themselves to get into advertising since they are putting a moat around the data by not letting their competitors collecting data. This is going to make it difficult for you to attract new preferred patients when you can no longer target specifically to certain audiences. And that means ad results will become incomplete and inaccurate because you now have only 10% of the data that used to be 100% available. So that will force you to increase your advertising budget substantially and hope that the broader and less targeted audience is interested in one of your procedures. It's very much similar to old school mass advertising like TV. You spend a fortune to talk to everyone rather than a targeted audience most likely to want your services. So not only do your ad costs increase dramatically, so do poor quality leads and conversions. Since your ads are not as targeted as to your preferred patients, you get mixed bags of public contacting you. Now, your staff wastes a lot of time try aging these leads to determine who's really serious and who's flaky. So I recommend you have trained your staff and processes to qualify leads, and if you aren't already, charge a consultation fee at least so your time is better protected from wasted consults who have no intention to move forward with you. If your practice hasn't got a proven sales process in place, I recommend that you check out our sales guide called 7-Figure Samurai Sword Sales Guide for Medical Clinics. I leave the link in the show note below so you can check it out. Regardless of their motives, these few internet companies affecting you big time if you're using paid advertising to attract new patients. Now, change number 2, pay-per-click advertising will get more expensive for less results. As you can see, the increased number of advertising listing on page 1, and also there is an increased number of advertisers who want to get more traffic from Google since they have lost organic traffic from SEO channel. This increases the search cost per click, and growing competition will increase the cost even more. That means your PPC or pay-per-click manager will not waste their time tweaking bits since automation will do it for them. But why Google continues to improve the artificial intelligence to take control away from advertisers in the name of better targeting or intent or smart bidding? The downside is you need to monitor what Google is doing, because this is a professional tip for you. Since your PP person is now the gatekeeper on whether these automated options are best for you or for Google, have them report their findings to you regularly so you understand what's going on. So in order to combat this issue, the role of relevant, highly specific landing pages are critical to target long-tail specific keywords. For example, instead of targeting derma fillers, you can target crayfish removal, lip fillers, nose fillers, jawline slimming, for example. The change number 3 is that SEO will constantly change and become unpredictable. Even though the algorithm might be changing more often, there are 2 things that local businesses can still keep working on regardless of the changes in the algorithm. So the number 1 is that Google is geared towards the local search listing. So be sure your Google My Business profile is complete and updated, and good consistent content still works. Number 2 is that content marketing is one of the medical marketing strategies that's working now. You create and distribute valuable, relevant, and consistent content that attracts the right audience who's interested in certain procedures. Because in a world of relentless information coming at the consumer, they can only hear what they are interested in at that moment. They seek out that information and come to you instead of when you have the answers they need, Now, the change number 4 is social media platforms are strangling your audience. Social media has become the most influential virtual space available to help you grow your practice. It's here to stay, so you might as well embrace it. However, please keep in mind that you're only renting those followers. Instagram and Facebook own your followers, so they are in a sense your landlord. That means that they can raise their rent and or kick you out, so you lose your data you spent years collecting. I'm sure you are aware that social media and medical marketing don't get along very well. You are showing graphical material that can be offensive or hurt the self-esteem of the public, so they can close down your account without any notice. They also decide who see your organic content as well. Facebook and Instagram continually strengthen your list to force you pay to play by buying more advertising. The latest stats show that only 5.2% of your followers actually see your organic content, so you have this false sense of security thinking you are marketing your practice when in fact it's drying up right before your eyes. This is a source from scalable.com. Now the final change here, acquire your own data. You can take back your power by owning your audience data. You can no longer trust what audiences you have built on social media platforms will be or stay available to you. You want to build up your own list of anyone who is or could be interested in your services. While the challenges continue with privacy laws and Google changing their rules regularly, email makes a comeback. Nowhere else can you have the one-on-one attention of your patients as you can with the email. Think of your email list as a practice money-making asset, because it is. This is the highest quality list of prospective patients you have because they already know, like, and trust you and are more likely to be open to what you have to say. Email gives you the time and space to get your messages across that you can't in social media because it's too fast-paced. And email also allows you to segment and personalize. That's how you can convert more of your audience to take action. There are so many ways to slice and dice your message to your patients list who are most likely interested in what you have to say. For example, introduce a new filler to your patients who have had fillers before, or for more mature patients, talk about your advances in aging-facing techniques, right? For those in their 30s and 40s, show up your non-surgical treatments that give them a lift. Here's a tip: use landing pages to capture your followers' name, email, and phone number so you can stay in touch with them. These would be patients no matter what happens with these huge internet platforms. Plan an email calendar with monthly themes and smaller targeted mailings to keep in touch with your patients so you stay top of mind. Use killer subject lines to get your email opened and personalized with your patients' names. Okay, that wraps up this special episode. And so please do me a favor and subscribe to our channel. So you don't miss any new episodes coming up. And if you feel so inclined, please share this with your staff and colleagues. And then you can always follow us on social media, right? If you want to talk more about how to sell your services or make use of all these changes for your marketing campaign based on the above changes, just book a 15-minute discovery call with me via the website onlinemarketingfordoctors.com. And thank you so much, and I hope to talk to you soon in our discovery call. Bye for now.